Happy birthday. I want to celebrate you because it is actually a nearly impossible miracle that you exist. You are a cosmic masterpiece and there's no accidents in the universe. You're here for a reason, you're here for a purpose, and I want to dive in with you about that today. Somebody a whole lot smarter than me has done the math and figured out the actual chance of you existing, and it is pretty much 0%. Even just if we look at this lifetime, the chance of your parents meeting is about 1 in 20,000. And then beyond that they actually like each other and have a conversation and then carry on in a relationship, get together, have a child. It gets rarer and rarer and rarer. They have to work together. They have to choose each other essentially. All of this has to happen. There's all the eggs that the woman carries. There's all the sperm that the man has, and that those two specific ones came together, create you, is 1 in 400 quadrillion chances that will happen. And then for that pregnancy to carry full term and all that going beyond. And if we think back to like all of your ancestors, that all of that had to happen for each of them in order to carry on the lineage, in order for you to be born. The chance is 1 in 10 to the power of 2,685,000. That means 10 with over 25 million zeros after it. So basically there's a 0% chance that you should be here. Yet you are. If you just take that into account for just a second and think like the miracle that is you. And here we are celebrating you on your birthday. It almost like it takes your breath away, honestly, to really let that sink in. We can't really wrap our mind around it, but here you are, this miracle that is you. And maybe you're someone that isn't totally thrilled with what you're experiencing in this lifetime. Maybe there's some like frustration that you haven't accomplished more than what you wanted. Maybe there is some frustration that you haven't accomplished all the things that you thought you would by this age. Maybe you're in a job you don't like. Maybe you're with a partner where things are difficult. Maybe the health of your body isn't what you were hoping it would be. You might not be in the city you want. There could be all these kinds of things. Maybe you are a little bit in a different position where you are doing some of the stuff that you want to do. Maybe you have a business that you're passionate about, but it's not going as well as you want. You could be feeling stressed. You might be looking at everything that's going on in the world and feeling the weight of that on your shoulders, feeling confused, feeling discouraged, frustrated. All these kinds of things come up for us. And so my desire with this video is to help pull some of that back and get back to center and into remembering who you really are and why you are here. Because it is not an accident that you're here. I want you to picture this. All of these souls are essentially lined up and eager to play the Earth game. And it's essentially like winning the lottery when you finally, your chance is there and you get to go in and have this experience. Think about it as like they've created the most realistic, most exciting, most adventurous virtual reality simulation. There's one place to play it and there's a waiting line. It costs all kinds of money and you have to do all this kind of stuff in order to get the chance to play the game. And maybe you've been wanting to do it for a really, really long time, and finally they pull a lottery, they have everybody's name in a hat or whatever, they pull a name and you get chosen. Your soul really, really, really wanted to come here and have this experience where you can experience the spectrum of emotion, everything from sadness to joy. You can't feel one without the other. You can't know what they are without the polarity of them. To feel what it's like to go through creating something, to fall in love, to have your heart broken, to go on adventures, to be afraid, to be excited, all of it. Because in spirit form, you think it and it manifests instantly. You don't have to have long conversations. You have an idea and you can transfer it instantly. Everything is just very done. Everything's just done. There's something that is actually desirable and enjoyable about things taking time, about it feeling like a process, enjoying and savoring something. Imagine if you got all the food you were ever going to eat in your entire life all in one day and it was just done. There is something lovely about eating every day, trying different foods, finding ones you don't like and finding ones you do. There's joy in the process. And your soul is like, sign me up. I want to go through the process. I want to feel what it's like. I want to have this experience. God source energy is in all of us, flowing through all of us, and we are all points of perception and expression and awareness in all that is. We are everything everywhere all the time, but you're having a perception of it from where you are. And here you are, you're in this, you got the chance. You get to come to the Earth game and you get to play it. But one of the rules of the game is that when you come here, you have to forget who you are. That's the game that this is you forget who you are in order to remember who you are. So all of the previous lifetimes, all the information and everything we've gathered before, here we come into little baby and then starting fresh, and we have this whole experience where we don't have all the stuff we've learned from before. And in those first 7 years of life, we're given a program of sorts, a structure for understanding this game, typically given through the parents, the education system, the culture, religion, and all that kind of stuff. And then here we are playing the game. Your soul knows before it comes into this lifetime that this is how it works, and will be like, okay, I'm going to choose certain things to give myself the best chance of waking up and remembering who I really am. I'm soul, then I'm spirit, having this physical experience. This is just a game, and I'm going to wake up in a few minutes, and it will have just been a beautiful and wonderful experience. And I want to go into this game, this life experience, and I want to learn forgiveness. I want to really learn the lesson of patience. I really want to learn the lesson of building something and going through all the transformations that happen within myself as I build something. I want to master the art of creation. I want to get really good at playing this game. So the soul will set up certain people, things, other souls will agree to play parts in your life that are like, okay, I'll be the parent who hurts you, and then so that you get to experience what it's like to forgive, or I'll be the partner that is supporting you in your journey, or I'll be your child who's going to be super difficult so you can learn unconditional love, and on it goes. The thing is, when you don't know that you're in this game, it can get pretty overwhelming. It can get pretty stressful. It can get pretty scary because you're so immersed in it. Think about the individual who plays the virtual reality game, and we've seen videos online on social media where someone's got the headset on and they're terrified. They think that they're gonna die. They're fully immersed in it because their senses, you're right, they got the sound, they got all their peripheral vision is all covered, so it feels so real. And we think it's funny from our perspective that they're so scared because we're like, it's just a game. It's not actually happening to you. Well, your higher self probably thinks it's pretty funny sometimes too, watching you playing this earth game, because you're taking it so seriously. You think it's super, super real, and you're really, really stressed out, and you're really unhappy, and you're really frustrated, and you're really impatient, and all that kind of stuff, and you're missing the point. You're here to play a game. You're here to experience the beauty, the wonder, the amazing creation that is here for us to enjoy. So once you begin to really wake up and understand you're in this simulation, you're in this game, now you can start to think like, maybe I could have a bit more fun. Maybe I could learn how to play it in order to create more of what I want to experience. And so there's some rules to this game, and I'm not going to go into all of them now. I've talked about them in some of my other videos, and they're in my course. I'm not going to go into them now. They're in some of my other videos, and I have a course called Reality Hacker, Mastering the Art of Conscious Manifestation. You can be a part of that, and I go into much more detail into the manifestation process. But just to give you a bit of a snippet of that, one of the rules of the game is the way that we navigate it, the way that we move through it is through our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, which essentially that is our vibration. This is all operated by vibration. Everything is energy. It's all vibrating, different frequencies, rates, all that kind of stuff. And so our way of navigating through that and playing the game is to speak the language of vibration. I'm going to give you a tool that's going to help you to utilize this to your advantage, to really master. Because if you begin to really hone in and understand how your vibration is creating your reality, you will be able to create whatever you want. All the realities, just like when you go into a virtual reality game, all the possible outcomes are already programmed into the game. They all exist already. The programmer has made it complete. So depending on what you do in the game depends on what kind of aspects of the game you're going to experience, what levels of it you're going to experience, and all that kind of stuff. So same thing in this earth game experience, all the realities for you exist already. So depending on what you are vibrating is going to dictate what you're going to experience and what you're going to tune yourself to. The law of resonance is that what you are vibrating is what you're in resonance in. The law of resonance states that what you are being is what you resonate with. Therefore, it finds you. So if you're being super unhappy, super grumpy, not even super, if you're just happy and if you're unhappy and grumpy, if you are fearful, if you're bitter, if you feel that everything's out to get you and the world's a terrible place, that's what you're vibrating. Therefore, you resonate with that. Therefore, you're tuning to that version reality of the game. And then that is your experience. So we have this kind of backwards when we think when that reality changes, when that outside world changes, more money, someone, a good partner, a good person in government, whatever the thing is, then I'm going to be happy. then I'm going to be peaceful. Then I will feel free. But that's backwards. That's like looking in a mirror and you're frowning and everything, and you want the mirror to the reflection of you to smile, and you're mad at the reflection because it's not smiling at you, even though you want it to. You have to smile, and then the reflection will smile back at you. And that's how we navigate the game. That's how we essentially create our reality, because we're shifting our vibrational state, who we are being, to happiness and love and gratitude and joy and peace and these kinds of things. And then what you're going to see is you're going to resonate with that. That's what you'll be in resonance with. And then that's what's going to be showing up in your reality. And that's how you create it. Because it's not like you create it. It's that it has the appearance that way because essentially you're just tuning to that version of Earth that is already existing. And there's versions of Earth that have been destroyed by nuclear war. There's versions of Earth that are paradise. It's up to you, and you're changing billions of times per second. You're shifting like beyond our comprehension so quickly. So you have a chance every second to shift to something different, to choose, to make an intentional choice, to think new thoughts, to put your attention onto things that make you feel good, that make you feel grateful, even if you have to start small. A really good way to break this down is think about something that you really, really want, that goal that you have. And then a good way to break this down is to think about something that you really, really want, a goal that you might have. And you can use your imagination, get all the details to picture the scenery, who's there, the experience, what people are saying, what your environment is like, get all in it. And then pay real close attention to the emotions that come up for you. This is an emotion wheel that gives you a full spectrum of the emotions. And in case you're like, well, it'll be nice. And we want to sort of break it down a little bit more, expand our vocabulary of emotions. And it might be things like secure and at ease, feeling alive, feeling vibrant, passionate, free, relief, and all kinds of things. So you want to look through that emotion wheel and kind of pick out maybe the top 10 emotions that having that goal will feel like for you. Because the reason we're setting goals, or the reason we want things, we think it's for the thing, but ultimately we actually want it because we want to feel a certain way. We're after a feeling. And so when we understand what that feeling is, that's the vibrational code of that goal for you, for that lifestyle. And when we understand the vibrational code, then what our work is, when we understand the vibrational code, then what our work is to bring that into the present moment. So say for you, the emotions of having that thing that you desire is security, freedom, and feeling alive. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do whatever it takes to feel those emotions right now. Time is an illusion. All there is right now. There's just this present moment. And so you're only creating right now. Your headset, your virtual reality headset, is your brain. So you want to use that brain to evoke those emotions for you, to have thoughts that will make you feel secure, have thoughts that will make you feel free. And you can use a few different tricks to do this. There's a lot of ways to help you in this process, and I'll share a few now. But ultimately what is always coming down to with manifestation is, what is your vibration right now? Who are you being right now? That is what's going to create your reality, because the universe is always going to say yes to you. So if you're feeling, I'm going to be rich soon, the universe is like, yes, you're going to be rich soon. I'm going to find the love of my life someday. The universe is like, yes, you're going to find the love of your life someday. And you're like, oh, I'm going to be happy, move to a new city. And the universe is like, yes, you're going to be happy once you move to a new city. And you're frustrated because you're like, you just keep saying yes to me. But that's how it works. You don't get what you want. You get who you are being. So you want to begin to be like, wow, I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. I live in such a wonderful world. I get to see, I get to taste, I get to touch, I get to hear. And you begin to put your attention on the things that evoke those emotions for you. So you have to control your mind a bit and stop giving so much attention to stuff you don't like, and the news and like all the fear mongering and all that kind of stuff. Take your attention away from that and put it onto things that are of a higher nature, of a higher vibration. And then you are vibrating that, you're feeling that, your level of consciousness is raising, your vibration is raising, then that reality is going to start reflecting that back to you. A couple of ways to help you in that process in order to keep your vibration little by little higher and higher, feeling better and better, is letting go of the low vibe stuff. So you want to forgive people. You want to stop paying attention and buying into everything that's put through the media to scare you and all that kind of stuff. You want to take your attention away from that, and you want to stop. A big one is to stop judging people. That takes a lot of your energy, and it makes you feel and believe that you are separate from other people and that you're me against you. And there's this conflict all the time, so we want to let go of judgment and release these emotions and concepts of things like shame and guilt. These are lower, dense vibrational things that aren't true, but you're attached to them, so you experience the consequences and the results of vibrating at that level. You want to put your attention on the things that make you feel good, however small it is. Could be your cup of coffee, could be, the sun is shining and the clouds look really pretty, your kid laughing, how cozy and comfy your bed is. Like, start general. It's okay. It doesn't have to be something that it has resistance around it for you. And then you want to use the power of perspective. For example, right now where I am, it's getting colder and it's starting to snow. My natural response is I don't like the cold. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like having to clean the snow off my car, and it can make me feel grumpy and like, I don't want to live here. So what I can do is I can choose in that moment to think about the negative sides of the cold and the snow. I can be like, it doesn't feel good in my body. The roads are slippery. I have to clean the snow off my car, and I can put my attention on that. And therefore I'm going to experience the feelings that go along with that. I'm going to get grumpy. I'm going to get frustrated. Or I can look at the aspects of it that are good. The snow is beautiful. It looks like millions of diamonds sparkling when the sun hits it. We can make snowmen. We can have snowball fights. We have all these winter sports we can play. We get to really appreciate all the seasons, because we go from super cold to beautiful springs and warm summers, and having that change is a wonderful experience. And now when I look at it that way, I feel good. It's the same situation, but I've changed my perspective on it. You can do this. This is how you create your reality, is by choosing the perspective in any given situation. That's what keeps you moving forward. What keeps you raising your vibration and attracting new and better and more wonderful and more abundant experiences over and over and over again. You might come into manifestation thinking the main thing you want to do is make more money. That's typically the thing or you want to manifest your partner. Those are the two big ones that most people are looking for. That's an entry point, but when you peel that back and you go underneath and understand it's the feeling that you're after more so than the result. As you do the work in order to feel that, the reward is not the partner or the money. The reward is who you have become in the process, the growth and the internal happiness and peace and joy that you feel. And then the partner shows up and the money shows up and your health gets amazing, because your body is that's one of the signs, that you are out of alignment, is if there's pain in your body, if there's disease in your body, your soul is like, you're off over here and we want to go this way, and you'll be feeling it. And so I really encourage you today on your birthday to reflect and ask yourself, am I in alignment with who I truly am? Do I feel like I'm living the life I truly want to live, that I came here to live, that I won the lottery to come and have this experience? Am I milking it for all it's worth and enjoying each and every day, relishing in my relationships, enjoying food and travel and love and the full emotional spectrum? Am I making the most of it? Am I living life to the fullest? Because it's a miracle that you're here. And you are in the most elaborate, incredible, amazing game that has ever existed. And you're probably just taking it too seriously. You're too wrapped up, you're too immersed in it, and you've completely forgot that you're in a game. So I encourage you to wake up, remember who you are, soul level, line up with that, be authentic, stop pretending to be something you're not, stop trying to please everybody. What do you really love doing? What are you really passionate about? And do that thing, because the happier and more aligned you are, the more the rest of us benefit. We all get to rise up together. And when you do that, life gets so good. The game gets really, really fun. You get to enjoy it so much more. And that's what I would love for you to experience. It's what I would love for me to experience more and more of, to really just enjoy the game that we're playing and have more fun. So happy birthday. Have an amazing day. Make sure you go out and do something that brings you joy, something you really love doing and that lights you up, because you're here. You might as well have a good time. I love you, and we'll see you in the next video. I hope you really enjoyed that video and were able to take away some nuggets that are helping you on your journey. I am deeply committed to my mission to raise the vibration of the world one person at a time. Of course, that starts with me and my own journey, and then extends through the teaching and energy and healing work that I do on a day-to-day basis. I see really two angles to come at this journey of evolution for us to raise our vibration so that we can experience abundance and freedom and joy, those loving relationships, those healthy bodies, all those things that you're searching for. It actually is a journey that happens from within. And on the one angle, we come at this from understanding, gaining wisdom, beginning to discover ourselves and who we really are. How does the cosmos work? What is the soul's journey? This is why I teach on YouTube and give videos on my social media, in order to gain understanding and wisdom and awareness so that we can logically move ourselves forward. The other angle to come at this is through inner work, through healing, through what has been coined as shadow work. This is why I do energy work, and I use things like the emotions code, like bioresonance, do subconscious reprogramming, brain entrainment, all these beautiful and wonderful things in order to do work inwardly to shift our vibration. When I say shift our vibration, you naturally, at spirit soul level, vibrate at a very high level with perfect abundance and freedom and joy and all those things. But what happens though through life experiences, we tend to hold on to things like limiting beliefs, traumas, fears, doubts, anxiety, stress, all this kind of stuff that's not you. So our journey of raising our vibration is actually a journey of letting go of that which is not us. And so that is the other angle that I utilize in order to help people raise their vibration into these places that feel really, really good. What happens over YouTube though, or over these videos, is that there can be a disconnect. You can't necessarily talk to me or ask your questions. And so you sometimes feel like you're alone. So I'm really excited to announce that I have a membership where we can meet once a week and you're able to ask me questions as well as work with other people that are like-minded and on this journey together of raising our vibration, of manifesting lives that are beautiful and wonderful, that we're so happy and excited to be alive, living our passions and doing the things that bring us a lot of joy. On those calls, I will actually work with you individually as well. For people who are wanting help, I can release negative trapped emotions right there in person. For those who would like that done, I can use my bioresonance technology in order to read your frequency right then and there and actually send you frequency that will help bring more balance for you as well. And you can also, again, ask your questions, and I share even more tips and tricks than I have available currently on YouTube on how to heal the shadow on the day-to-day when you're on your own and I'm not there with you. What are these things and practices that you can do that ultimately raise your vibration? As we shift and release that which is not us, all the money and the relationships and the love and the health, it just is a byproduct of that. It's a symbol of the shift that's happening within yourself. So if this membership is something that sounds exciting to you, you want to connect with other like-minded people, you want to connect with me and grow in community together, there is a link in the description where you're able to get more information on that and sign up, and I would love to see you there.